weeks, fans across Asia have been holding their breath, desperately seeking clarity in what has become one of the most perplexing and emotionally charged mysteries in recent celebrity history, the case surrounding Yu Menglong. Once a beloved Chinese actor and singer admired for his calm charm and elegant screen presence, Yu's sudden fall from grace and the shocking rumors surrounding his supposed passing have captivated and haunted millions. But just as the world was beginning to accept the fragments of tragedy surrounding his name, a new voice has entered the chaos, one that none could have anticipated. Yu Menglong's mother has broken her silence, and what she has revealed has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, investigative circles, and his devoted fanbase alike. Her claims and the evidence she's now provided threaten to completely overturn everything we thought we knew about Yu Menglong's mysterious case. This isn't just a mother's cry for truth, it's a bombshell revelation that may rewrite the entire narrative of Yu Menglong's final days. Until recently, Yu Menglong's family had maintained an eerie silence, despite the relentless speculation that surrounded his disappearance and reported death. His management agency, close friends, and even his co-stars issued cryptic and conflicting statements. Some claimed he was in recovery, while others suggested his passing had already been confirmed by private sources. But Yu's mother had stayed out of the public eye, until now. In a trembling yet determined voice, she stepped before cameras during an unplanned press gathering outside her family's ancestral home. What followed was nothing short of astounding. "I cannot stay silent any longer," she began, clutching a folder of documents. "My son's name has been dragged through lies, and the truth must come out. They thought they could bury everything, but I have proof." That proof, she claimed, involved medical reports, personal recordings, and digital messages, materials that directly contradict the official narrative presented after Yu Menglong's supposed fall and subsequent passing. To understand the magnitude of these revelations, one must revisit the night that marked the turning point in Yu Menglong's story. On that fateful evening, reports emerged that Yu had been found unconscious after allegedly falling from a balcony. Emergency responders arrived swiftly, and conflicting reports circulated, some claiming he passed away hours later, others insisting he was placed in a medically induced coma. What followed were weeks of uncertainty. No clear statement ever came from his family. His agency released a brief, vague announcement that Yu Menglong is under medical observation, which only fueled speculation that something much darker was being concealed. But according to Yu's mother, that very night was not what the public had been told. She insists her son did not fall by accident. She claims he was targeted. And most shockingly, she says the footage proving it exists, but was suppressed. Perhaps the most disturbing of all her claims centers around a missing surveillance video. According to her, Yu's mother obtained fragments of footage from a neighbor's outdoor camera, which captured shadows and faint outlines of two unidentified figures entering the property shortly before Yu's fall. These weren't strangers to him, she declared. One of them was someone he trusted deeply. However, the key footage from Yu's own home security cameras was reportedly wiped clean, erased from all cloud storage within minutes of the incident. Experts consulted by her legal team confirmed that such precision suggests a deliberate digital wipe, not an accidental data loss. In her emotional statement, Yu's mother accused certain unnamed individuals within his professional circle of tampering with evidence and manipulating reports to make his death appear accidental. "He was trying to expose something," she said tearfully, "and they silenced him before he could." Even more chilling were the text messages she shared, allegedly from Yu himself, sent just hours before the incident. One message read, "If something happens to me tonight, please don't believe what they say. I found something that could destroy everything." Another message, sent to a close friend, simply stated, "They are watching me." These brief but haunting words have reignited a wave of theories among fans and online investigators. What was Yu Menglong referring to? Who was watching him? And what could he have uncovered that made him a target? According to sources close to the family, Yu had recently been engaged in a confidential legal dispute involving royalty payments, production rights, and behind-the-scenes corruption tied to several of his television projects. Some insiders claim he had discovered unethical financial dealings involving high-profile figures in the entertainment world. Among the documents Yu's mother revealed was a copy of her son's initial medical evaluation, allegedly obtained through hospital insiders. It describes injuries inconsistent with a simple fall, particularly defensive wounds on his arms and neck. "The bruising pattern doesn't align with a single point of impact," said one forensic expert reviewing the leaked documents. "It indicates physical struggle before the fall." Even more alarming, The report's timestamp was allegedly altered, with certain pages appearing to have been replaced or reprinted post-incident. If verified, this would suggest deliberate tampering, a potential cover-up at the institutional level. Yu's mother stated plainly, "They didn't just hurt my son. They tried to erase the evidence of it." In the wake of her revelations, several figures from within China's entertainment community have gone dark, social media accounts deactivated, posts deleted, and projects suddenly postponed. Some believe that Yu's case is just the tip of a massive iceberg of corruption within the entertainment industry, one that involves powerful producers, sponsors, and media executives. Others fear that anyone speaking out could face serious consequences. One anonymous director, who had previously worked with Yu, stated through a private message, he was too good-hearted for this world. He knew things he shouldn't have. His downfall wasn't a coincidence. Fans are now demanding a full investigation, trending hashtags such as #JusticeForYuMenglong and #TruthWillRise across major social platforms. While Yu Menglong's mother's revelations have inspired many to rally for justice, not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that her claims may stem from grief and confusion, or that she may have been misled by unreliable sources. Still, even skeptics admit that the inconsistencies surrounding Yu's case are undeniable. Why was there never an official autopsy publicly released? Why did his agency avoid mentioning a burial or memorial service? And why did so many individuals connected to him suddenly withdraw from public view? These unanswered questions continue to feed the fire, leaving the world torn between doubt and desperation for truth. The world hasn't been the same since Yu Menglong's mother stepped forward with her heartbreaking revelations. What began as a single mother's desperate plea for justice has spiraled into an unstoppable wave of public outrage, deep suspicion, and renewed investigations that could expose the darkest secrets of the entertainment industry. The truth, once buried under silence and manipulation, is clawing its way to the surface, and it's shaking the foundations of everything fans thought they knew. Within just 24 hours of her emotional press conference, social media exploded. Millions of fans, journalists, and even former colleagues began dissecting her every word, analyzing her evidence, and sharing previously unseen clips and screenshots. Suddenly, the hashtag #JusticeForYuMenglong wasn't just trending, it became a global cry for truth. Entire forums and online communities formed overnight, dedicated to uncovering what really happened that fateful night when the beloved actor's life took its tragic turn. But while the world demands justice, new shadows have started to emerge, hints that the forces responsible for silencing Yu Menglong might not be done yet. Several online investigators claim that strange digital traces have appeared since Yu's mother released her evidence, files vanishing, posts mysteriously deleted, and witnesses retracting their earlier statements. Some believe it's an organized attempt to suppress the growing movement for justice, while others think it's proof that Yu Menglong's mother was right all along. As one fan wrote on Weibo, "If they are still trying this hard to cover everything up, then the truth must be terrifying." And perhaps it is. Behind the headlines, whispers suggest that Yu Menglong had been working on a private journal, a detailed account of what he uncovered in the weeks before his fall. Rumors claim that he recorded voice notes and stored backups of sensitive information on hidden drives. His mother hinted at this when she said, "He kept everything. He was smarter than they thought." If this journal truly exists, it could become the most explosive piece of evidence in modern Chinese entertainment history, a revelation that might destroy careers, expose networks of corruption, and finally bring peace to the fans who have fought tirelessly in his name. As investigators try to retrace Yu's final days, more inconsistencies keep emerging. Staff members from his last drama set have come forward anonymously, revealing that Yu seemed tense and distracted in the final week of filming. He reportedly spent hours on phone calls, whispering into the receiver and glancing nervously over his shoulder. He wasn't himself, one crew member confessed. "He told me something big was coming, something that would shock everyone. He said once it came out, he'd finally be free." What was he planning to reveal? And who was he afraid of? Yu Menglong's mother continues to release fragments of evidence through her legal representatives, each one more disturbing than the last. Leaked screenshots of emails suggest that powerful figures had contacted Yu multiple times before his fall, warning him to stay quiet and focus on acting. Another message simply read, "You don't understand what you're getting into." The deeper one dives into this case, the more it feels like a dark drama script brought to life, a chilling blend of fame, betrayal, and power that even Yu himself could never have imagined portraying on screen. But amid the chaos, something incredible is happening. The fans have turned into investigators, and the public has become a collective voice for truth. Across Asia, candlelight vigils have been held in Yu Menglong's honor. Thousands gather nightly, holding posters of him smiling in happier days, whispering his name through tears, promising that they won't stop until justice is served. News outlets are now reporting that several government agencies are quietly reviewing the evidence provided by his mother. Though no official statement has been made, multiple insiders have confirmed that an internal review has been launched into the original handling of Yu Menglong's case. Even in death, or in mystery, Yu Menglong's light continues to shine. His legacy has become something far greater than his performances. He has become a symbol of courage, of truth, and of the fight against injustice hidden in plain sight. Still, Yu's mother remains cautious. In her latest recorded statement, she said, "I know what happens to those who expose the truth. But I will not stop. Not until his story is heard, not until they answer for what they did." Her words have become a rallying cry for millions of fans who refuse to let this case fade into silence again. And while investigators search for Yu's rumored journal, some say they've already found fragments, small, encrypted files believed to have been hidden on a private cloud. Technicians working with Yu's family have reportedly managed to recover parts of his notes where he mentions a secret deal, 2 names, and a final recording. These clues have fueled an even bigger frenzy online, as fans speculate who these mysterious figures could be. But perhaps the most haunting question remains: if Yu Menglong's mother's evidence is true, how far will those responsible go to protect their secrets now that the world is watching? The case has grown beyond one family's tragedy. It's now a fight between truth and power, light and darkness. Every new revelation draws more people in, more eyes watching, more hearts breaking. And through it all, Yu Menglong's memory continues to echo through every post, every candle, every whisper of justice for you. For those who once loved him for his gentle smile and soulful voice, this battle is personal. For his mother, it's everything. And for the world, it's a reminder that behind the glittering lights of fame, there can be shadows darker than we ever imagined. Now, as the movement grows, one thing is clear: this story is far from over. More evidence is expected to be revealed, more voices will rise, and perhaps soon, the truth that's been hidden for so long will finally see the light of day. But until then, the world watches and waits. And so do we at K-Drama Whispers, your go-to channel for every twist, revelation, and emotional update surrounding Yu Menglong's mysterious case. We bring you the truth behind the headlines, the real emotions behind every tear, and the stories others are too afraid to tell. If you're as captivated as we are by this unfolding mystery, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update, because the next revelation could change everything. Join the community of truth seekers, drama lovers, and passionate fans who refuse to let Yu Menglong's story fade into silence. Let's stand with his mother. Let's demand justice. Let's make sure the world never forgets his name. Subscribe now to K-Drama Whispers, where truth meets drama, and every whisper tells a story the world needs to hear. Throughout her statement, Yu's mother's voice quivered with emotion. At one point, she paused, gripping her chest as tears rolled down her face. "My son didn't deserve this," she said. "He was kind, gentle, and always smiling. But he was too brave. He tried to fight something far bigger than himself. I just want the world to know he didn't leave us by choice." The footage of her breakdown spread like wildfire across social media platforms, touching millions of fans who once adored Yu for his soft-spoken charisma and sincerity. Tributes have since flooded fan pages worldwide, many expressing both heartbreak and outrage over what appears to be a grave injustice. Following her revelations, whispers have emerged that law enforcement authorities may reopen the investigation. While no official confirmation has yet been made, the mounting public pressure and the apparent authenticity of the evidence presented makes it increasingly difficult to ignore. Legal experts suggest that if Yu Menglong's mother's documents are verified, it could trigger a cascade of prosecutions for evidence tampering, obstruction of justice, and potentially even homicide. This could redefine accountability in the entertainment industry, said one analyst. It could set a precedent that even powerful figures are not above the truth. Regardless of how this story ends, one thing is certain: Yu Menglong's name will never fade quietly into the night. Once known for his graceful roles in dramas like The Eternal Love and The Legend of White Snake, he is now at the heart of a real-life mystery that feels straight out of a cinematic thriller. Fans around the world continue to flood comment sections with messages of love and remembrance. We will not forget you. Justice will find its way. Your mother's courage is our light. Yu Menglong's legacy has transcended the screen. His story is no longer just about fame or tragedy. It's about truth, resilience, and a mother's relentless love against an entire system trying to silence her. As the press conference ended, Yu's mother turned to the cameras one last time. Her words, simple yet piercing, left the world in stunned silence. I'm not afraid anymore. They can take everything from me, but not the truth. I will fight until the world knows what really happened to my son. The crowd erupted in applause, tears, and shouts of support. Her voice, trembling but unbroken, has since echoed across the internet, fueling renewed hope that the truth will eventually surface. Whether Yu Menglong's mother's revelations will finally bring justice remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the world is watching, waiting, and demanding answers. And perhaps, someday soon, the real story behind Yu Menglong's tragic case will finally be told. If you've been following the mystery behind Yu Menglong's case and want to stay updated on every shocking twist and emotional revelation, make sure to subscribe to K-Drama Whispers on YouTube. Our channel dives deep into the most gripping real-life stories and hidden truths behind your favorite stars. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because what's coming next might just change everything you thought you knew about this case.